Good morning and welcome to the SHAC. My name's Barbara Gray from Clarity here in the UK, and we're set to have a little doodling session together. So come on in. I hope that the sound is good and that I'm not too loud. Happy Monday. I've been here since the Cracker Sparrows with Paul. Couldn't sleep last night, could not sleep. So there you go. I thought lying there panicking and not going to get it done either. And so I came in early and all good, really. You know, we've got loads done. It's amazing what you can get done when you don't sleep at night. So come on in, and I've got a really nice project lined up for you, a really lovely simple doodle, because I know you really enjoyed those trees. Grace did, while we're waiting for our friends to come in, Grace did a fantastic blog this weekend of all your beautiful artwork with those lovely trees that we doodled last week. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, it's those trees. They're absolutely gorgeous. We had such a good time doing those, and Grace did a superb blog of those. Sorry, I'm looking for something, but it's not here, I'm afraid. Grace did a fantastic blog on the Clarity Matters blog, and she showcased all your beautiful artwork. And so if I've seen lots of people on Facebook, loads of artwork like this all over the place. And what's smashing is that, you know, lots of other people were saying, oh, I love these trees. Where did you get those done? Which is really great, isn't it? So, so yeah, these really were popular. I tell you what makes it really, apart from the lovely doodles, is these words on these stamps. Honestly, on the Barb's Big Blooms, the font that's been used there is just gorgeous. And I'm telling you now, that's what makes this look so smashing. I'm just checking something here. Sorry about this. Just enjoy that for a minute while I just check something out here. We've been going like the clappers because, of course, in the run up to Christmas, there's a lot to consider. You know, we've got, we're running the business as usual, actually, and we'll be open during the days between Christmas and New Year this year. So we're just planning some activities and what we're going to do. And, you know, you've got to get these things in place before, well before the break. So that was what we did this morning, and we shall continue to do that today. So yeah, so building on from that, I thought it'd be really nice to do something similar but different. You know, same kind of vibe, really easy, very achievable. Probably be able to do it in this session, or perhaps finish it up next Monday, because I was going to say some homework as well, because I know you're really into this. But before I forget to do this, at the Clarity Open Days, we sold tickets, and the tickets were put into a prize draw. And so 2 lucky winners, one for Friday and one for Saturday, have been pulled out of the box, the prize draw box. And we've got 2 people that I'm really pleased to. This has made my day, right? So lucky winner on Friday. Are you ready? Joy Griffiths. You are the lucky winner of £100 gift voucher. So that's a Joy Griffiths special. Well done, Joy. Told you it was worth coming. And the other one is Martine from Belgium. There you go. Congratulations. That was definitely worth your rocking up, Martine. I'm so delighted. And this was something that was done last week, and I was handed these 2 cards. So it's a random selection, and those are our winners, Joy and Martine. Congratulations. Both will have £100 attached to their accounts. I think that's probably the best thing. We'll just credit your account with £100 each. How does that sound? Lovely. Well done. Good, good, good. So are we ready to try a new... Let's have a look at it. So this is what we did, and this is where we're going. Right, you ready? I've got my head on now. Sorry. Got so many things going on. Bit scattered today. Bear with me, please. Okay, so the trees, we did this with masking tape. We cut out holes, didn't we? And then I said, if you really want to go into mass production, then these are absolutely the way to go. So if you didn't see this done, then you can go back over the last two Mondays, and it will show you how to do this in its entirety. Paul, lovely Paul, is in the room with yourselves, and so he will be able to put up any links or answer any questions. Okay, so come on in, and we'll get started. So what I wanted to do, I'll show you this one. I did this today, and I thought, yeah, they'll like this. Right, you ready? Hey, there you go. Not dissimilar in flavour. Do you see? Not dissimilar in flavour. How do you like that one? I think it'd be nice to do together. Really easy. Should we do it together? What do you think? I'm expecting to see loads of baubles all over Facebook after this. And the homework, I'm going to tell you now, I thought we'll go large scale. So this is like A4, just trimmed off a little bit. I'll show you how to make it. The reason I did that was because I thought I didn't want it to go too far that way. So I'll show you a trick. And then I thought, for homework, let me tell you, why don't you, this is a trick, right? Same as we just took 3 trees there. How about, it'd be easy, more will be revealed. I want you to take that kind of design, the same idea that we're going to do here, and put it on a 4x4. So we should end up with little and large, and we'll do the little one next week together, but see if you can do it for homework. Okay. So let's have a look at this, and I'll tell you what we need to do this job. You ready? Are you ready? One of the things about doing this is that it's calming, isn't it? When I came in this morning really early, I was having a moment, and then I came in here and I got my pencils out and I worked out what the bus driver was up to today and where we were headed in the SHAC. And by the time I'd done this, I felt so much happier, you know, which just goes to show it works. It really does. You get out of your head and you get with your hands, and you don't need a lot. But I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to keep this simple. So we need a piece of, friends, you can do this. You don't have to have the stash. But if you're gonna make a card, then you need card. But if you haven't got card, do it on a bit of copy paper. Do it with a pencil. The process is the same. Okay, I'm just showing you different simplifying tricks. Let's call them that. I'm going to use a piece of 7x7 inch stencil card. Let me come out a little bit so you can see what we're up to. Okay, and then I'm going to use masking tape to put an edge around the ledge. Low tack masking tape. It's always the same. You know, I told you this. I do use the same stuff over and over again. So let me just make the edge. See, I find 7x7 is quite a big piece of art, isn't it? And it's Mini Makes Monday. So we're going to kind of reduce this a little bit. This afternoon at 2 o'clock, we got Janice coming in with her quirky quickies, she calls them, which is great. They're really nice stamps. and very popular. And she's coming in and she's going to spend a happy hour with you, showcasing her quirky quickies. And it would be nice for you to see her put her artwork into action. So that's at 2 o'clock this afternoon, Mini Makes Monday. And what we're doing here, you see, by reducing the canvas just by, a couple of inches, in the end, you'll see you're just trimming it back. So I've done it on 3 sides. And on this particular side, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. It just gives me, hang on, let's turn it round. Make the artwork come to you. What we're going to do is we're going to reduce this a little bit more. So I'm going to take that to the edge like that. And then I'm going to take another piece like that. It's a bit fuzzy, isn't it? Let me see if I can improve that for you. Bear with me. Something with the camera, I'm doing something to irritate it. Is that better? So on this side, I'm going to bring it in like so. So now I've made a rectangle, if you like. Now I've got choices. I can make it landscape or I can make it portrait, you see? But all I've done is just taken this and that'll be my cutoff point there. So I've got the same thing, but I've just reduced it by 1 inch on one side. I could reduce it more, make it taller, make it longer, make it really landscapey, yeah? But this really helps me. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is pick a pencil. So which pencil? I'm going to go straight to task, but I've either got a fine pencil or a 2H. Either way, it's a fine pencil. Both work because we're going to rub out the lines afterwards. So we want to kind of make sure that it's not too heavy, okay? Let me see if I come in a bit closer and see if I can, that's a bit sharper now. So what we're going to do, let's take a look at what I did this morning. See, I came down like that, like a trap. It's easier if we go like that, right? And we bring it in from the side. So you can see it starts up here. Let's just isolate this. We're going to do this one. And then or this one, let's do this motorway here, right? So we're going to do this one here to there, that motorway there. So it starts here, right? And it ends, give yourself an ending point, say there, right? So it's going to be lightly though, because you don't want it to be so heavy that you can't rub it out afterwards. So, and everyone's going to be different, but we'll just get it started. And I'm just going to come down like that and then go to there. That's it. Sorry if you can't actually see what I'm doing. Now I'm coming in off this little road. I'm going to bring that one in like that. Then I'm going to bring another road down here. This is another, let's come down here. So I'll tell myself where I want to go with my branch, and then I'll just bring it in like so. See, it helps a lot. Then I'm going to make another little side road here. So we'll just bring that in like so. It really doesn't have to be exact, but it helps. It just helps a little bit if you've already got a kind of an idea of where you're headed. Now I've got another branch coming down this way. So this is another road. Just think of them as roads. It's running parallel to that road. So I'm going to come in like that and come down. Then I'll put another little branch in there, like so. I'll probably put another branch in there. Bring that down a bit further. Okay, so that's that one sorted. And then I'm bringing in this one. So this is quite nice. I'll bring that one like so. There you go. And then I'll add whatever I need to add to that. And I think if I bring this round now, I know you can't see what I'm doing, but I've got this here, a bit further over this time. That's okay though. I can always move it over a little bit afterwards. So then perhaps we'll just change it up a little bit. So this is going to be the branches, yeah? And maybe I'll bring another branch in there. Who knows? Just for a bit of balance. That'll be nice. Now let's get the ferns in. Let's do the ferns. Ferns are easy. right? So we'll come down the branch like this. I don't know if you can see this very well. It's like, I don't want to go so heavy though. There. I don't want to go so heavy that I can't rub it out. I'm all at 6s and 7s trying to calm down. Lillian, you too, huh? Well, you're not on your own there. So what we're going to do really lightly here, we're just going to make a branch, and it's going to be a bit random, and we're just going to flick our, look, just a little bit like that. Let's just get an idea of where we want to go, like that, and then some knobbles at the end. That'll do. Then this one here, I think I'm going to add a leaf. They're nice leaves, like that. Let's add a leaf, bit of something with a couple of berries, who knows. Okay, now we'll do another little bit of branchery, little bit of fur. So we'll go down like this again. Easy does it, okay? Easy, couple of little knobbles down the bottom. Easy does it. I know, Lillian, you're not on your own. You're not on your own. But I tell you what, though, honestly, love, if you get a piece of paper, you know this, get a bit of paper and a pencil and just do a branch. Just do a nice branch. Doesn't matter. Nobody's going to judge it. There are no judges in the shack. You know that. But it works. It really does. Get a branch. Get a piece of paper. Draw a branch. Just a piece of copy paper and a pencil. You don't have to make a card. All right? Let's get it right back to basics. Birds on a wire. Do you remember? Oh no, you can put birds on this one if you feel like it. If you like birds on a wire, put birds on a branch. Yeah. Let's keep going. So all we're going to do now is a little bit of, look, fir tree here. Let's put a little bit of fir tree, a few needles, pine needles, like that. That'll do. Bit random. Don't all have to be the same. There you go. That's that one. Do another pine needle thing here. Honestly, so just to put a little bit of greenery. Okay. That'll do. And then we've got another one here. Honestly, this didn't take long. Well, you can tell. I like it. I think it looks lovely. Yeah, let's see. So we've got that one. Got another little bit of pine needles here. So you're making your roads wherever you fancy them. Yeah. And then, let's have a look. That's plenty of pine. Another little bit of pine needle here. Do what you fancy. That's it. With little knobbles at the end, haven't they? And then this one, I think I'm going to add some nice leaves here, though. Let's put a leaf here. Let's put a leaf like that. They're round, soft leaves. Okay. Put another one there. These are quite close to the edge, but that's okay. It's different to the last time. Do this one. It looks a little bit more like that. That'd be nice. Another one there. It'll be all right. There you go. Then this one here, I might come in a bit on this, or maybe I'm just going to leave it there and put the branch. There you go. There's the leaf. Sorted. Got that. A couple of berries would be nice. Just change it up a little bit. Just an opportunity for a bit of colour. Right, we've got bauble opportunities coming up, friends. We'll add a couple more of these funky leaves. Just, it gives us a bit more balance. Something else to colour in. That's a nice one. There you go. Like that. So once you've got, thing is, if you don't like it, rub it out. On there, that's it. I'm on track with that. And we could put a few more pine needles in there if we wanted, but we want to keep it, let's just keep it balanced. Okay, let's pan out a little bit. See if you can see this okay. Can you see that now? Can you? Or do we need to, I don't want to ink it up until I've put the baubles in. Now, how are we going to put the baubles in? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 baubles or 5 baubles. We could put another one in there. 5's a good number. Want a bit of balance here, don't you? You don't want them all in a row. So let's see. Fantastic stencil coming up, perfect for baubles. Yeah? I think so. Yes. Right. We want to pencil this first. I think I want to pencil it, or do I just want to go straight in with the ink? Do you know what? In for a penny, in for a pound, I think. Right, friends, let's do the inking of the branches first, and then we'll work with what we've got. Right, I've got a 1 and a 5 here. 1 and a 5 of our micron pens, that'll do. And I'm going to use, I need a bit of copy paper though, only because, or actually, you should always really work with a piece of the same card that you're working on. Okay, let's have a look. So this one is the 1. Okay, let me make sure that it's working well. And then this one is the thicker one, the 5. Okay, I'm going to use this one for the branches and this one for the needles. Yeah? And then I felt on this one that after I'd done it, I wished that I'd used the thinner one for the outline of the leaves, but that's okay. About to be corrected. Okay, I'm going to turn this around and I'm going to, what have we got here? Number 5. I'm going to put the branches in. I'm happy with where they are. I don't think I need to overthink it. Lillian, this is therapy. This is yoga for the mind. Okay? It really doesn't matter if your branches aren't perfect. When were branches ever perfectly symmetrical? Oh no. Have you got your tree up yet? Have you? I've seen lots of people with trees on the top of their cars. Must be that time of year. I don't do trees because of the cats, I know. We haven't really got the space either. But what we have got is branches on the ceiling. So I've got like really nice beech branches. I bring the same branch in every year. In fact, the one in the kitchen, it just stays there all year round. I don't even take it down. I just change what I hang on it. It's quite nice. Little art, an art exhibit. Right, let's get this done. So we're going to, again, I'm going to go in the same direction as I just went. I'm going to go slowly, right? I'm going to do take the same path as I did before. So I'm going to come down here and then I'm going to go off to the edge like that. And I'm going to come to this one and I'm going to go to there. That'll do. And then, do you know what I think? Right. There's always a tendency to want to copy what you've already done, but to be honest, I won't enjoy the process as much if I do that. So I'm just going to go with it. See, nice branch actually. And then I'm going to take this branch and come around like that. So I've drawn it and now I'm completely ignoring what I've drawn. That's all right. That'll work. And then this one, okay. Isn't that typical? So you draw something and then you ignore it. Are you the same? That'll do. I don't think I need any more than that. Those are my thick branches. Right, that'll do. Now I'm going in with a thinner one, the number 1. Okay, okay. Because I also considered, after I'd done this, I considered actually, instead of doing it in black, I thought it would be quite nice to do it in the polychromos, like the green, like not in black. You know, that's quite good too. But I wanted to kind of make it a little bit more stylized. So that's why, you know, what I'm saying is you could do all these lines, everything, without a black outline. That might be interesting. Maybe we could try that on next Monday. Just to check in, just to see the difference. I think so. Right, now we're doing the pine needles. So we're going to start from there again, and we'll just pop the pine needles in. I'm using the smaller one this time. Hopefully that's I mean, they do have a shelf life, but if you handle the nib gently, then it should last you years, actually. Let's go. Right, here we go. Like that, and then we just flick out so that they don't all look lumpy at the end. Don't start on this end and work your way up. Come in from the branch and work your way down, yeah? Like that. And then they look wispy, because we are going to go over them in green as well. I think that looks good, like that. Little knobble at the end, knobble at the end. Right, and then while we're on this one, let's put that nice leaf in. Nice. Vein. Berries. Berries and cream, berries and cream. Right. More pine needles required. How are you feeling? All right? Come on. This too shall pass. I know, we get ourselves into such a state over a couple of days, don't we? Be all right. Don't know why I couldn't sleep last night. What a game. Honestly, I was up, panicking. I don't know what I'm panicking about, really. Then I was panicking about panicking. Right, here we go. And worry doesn't work, and I know that. I know that worry doesn't work. In the end, I just got up. I was like, right, well, this is not going to get it done. This will look nice when it's done, though. I think so. How are you doing? I'm miles out with that one. Look, it wasn't even close to the one that I drew. I wonder if I've left room for me baubles. Eh? Hope so. Well, we're going to fit the baubles. I mean, what do you do when you decorate the tree? The branches come as they come, and then you have to work the baubles in, don't you? Yes, you do. So that's what we'll do. So we're just going to put the branches in. Less is more, I think. We can always add more afterwards if we feel we need to, can't we? Yeah. Nobble. Right, let's get these leaves done. And then we'll just see where we're going. That'll do. They're a bit phallic, but they do the job. As soon as I said phallic, you got worse. There we go. Oh, I tell you what, we get worse as we get older. Nice. That'll do. Berries. Who remembers that ridiculous ad about berries and cream? Whenever I say berries, I think of this little kid who lands like from Shakespearean times. Do you remember the ad? I don't even remember what the ad must have been about, some kind of sweet. There's a little kid lands in the middle, and there are these two kind of oiks, like, I won't say grebos, but they look a little bit, like skinheady. And suddenly this kid pops up, and he's got like pantaloons on. He looks like he's just come out of the Globe Theatre, like from Shakespearean time. And he starts jumping up and down. He's got these really spindly little legs. He starts jumping around going, berries and cream, berries and cream. I'm a little lad who likes berries and cream. And these two blokes look at him as if he's lost the plot. But the thing is that my kids, whenever they hear the word berries, Mark, who's 6'5", he breaks into this berries and cream, berries and cream. It's hilarious, right? Look it up. I don't know how you could look that up. Does anybody know what the actual, it must have been like, not for opal fruits, but starburst or something like that. And it was a flavour of a sweet, and it was called berries and cream. Does anybody remember what sweet it was? Berries and cream, berries and cream. I'm a little lad who likes berries and cream. It was really bloody ridiculous, but I liked it. Don't you think that the ads in the old days really used to work better? I do. I do. I think, you know, if I say the Milky Bar Kid, you say the Milky Bar Kid is strong. You know, don't you? And berries and cream. Come on, I need to know what it was for. Starburst. Paul's just said it was Starburst. I thought it was. It was a special flavour that they brought out 18 years ago. And I remember ads from hands that do dishes can feel soft. Do you remember? Mild clean, fairy liquid. We're probably going to get slung off Facebook for advertising. Oh, whatever. All right, back to the job. There you go. Look, they've read Starburst ad, and Nahid has found it. Oh no! I love that we are of that generation, don't you? You know, you think, I wonder if the kids today, in 40 or 50 years' time, whether they'll remember the ads of today then, like we still do. Perhaps it was because there were only like 3 channels, and, you know, and ITV was the advert channel, wasn't it? BBC, that's why we paid our license, so we didn't have to put up with the ads. But ITV, and sometimes I thought the ads were better than the telly. They were, weren't they? I remember the ones I really used to like were the Benson Hedges. I used to love the Benson Hedges. And do you remember the Hamlet ones? Weren't they fantastic? Used to look forward to the Hamlet ones. They were always so funny. I just remember the one with the car wash, where you couldn't get where the handle came off and the water started pouring into the car. They're so good. Catherine says, I always fast forward through the ads now. I know, Catherine, but in the good old days, I'm starting to sound like my mother now. In the old days, I used to love the ads, didn't you? What was your favourite ad? I'm a Cadbury's fruit and nutcase. Yeah, that's right. And what about I'm a secret lemonade drinker? Our whites are white. And Joan Collins and Leonard Rossiter on the aeroplane. Absolute gold, comedy gold, wasn't it? Oh no. Famous grouse. Brilliant, you know. Yeah, there you go. Right, come on, Gray, get on with the picture. So we've done that. And what I'm going to do now is, before I do any more, I'm going to get my big pink rubber, my big pink eraser. Oh, yeah. The Smash ads, that's right. They were great as well, Jane. Remember? And then they peel them. Ridiculous. I'm just getting rid of the pencil now. I know. Yeah. The Guinness ads with the white horses, that was magic. Yeah. What happened? Where did we go wrong? There, that looks good. Okay, so that's that. Now for the baubles. Okay, I'll start with the big one at the front, and I can decide now. Look, let me just show you, just so you get a kind of a rough idea. Big, this one's a good size. That one there. There are loads that size. That's a little bit bigger. That one. That's the biggest one. You can go as big as you like, can't you? But, you know, the bigger you go, then you can go smaller. I think I'm going to go with that one there, and I'm going to bring that down. I want to leave a little gap, though, for me. So this is going to go down like that. Do you know what? Maybe I'll put a larger one in, just cause. No. Right. 01. I'm just going to draw around it. I've got to concentrate now, though, friends. So let me just get this right. I'm going to make that come down like that. Little thing on there. I think that'll do. Don't overthink it. It's funny, when I was doing this morning, I didn't overthink it at all. then we'll lift it up. Bauble number 1. Right, let's not even bother looking at what I did before. Bauble number 2. All right, so the next bigger one is going to be, I think I'm going to go with that size next. A little bit smaller, a bit further away. I'm going to pop that one over here. I reckon that'll do. Right, we're just going to draw on the inside. Keep going, don't overlap it. That's it. So this is a great, easy way to do it. So we've got that one, that one. Now we're going a bit smaller again. What do I think? I think I'm going to go with, I'm just cheating a bit because I'm looking at what I did before. That one. I'll go with that one. I've already done the job, see? So I'm going to pop that one in there, and then I can bring that up like so. Don't worry if it's in front of the... That's that one. And then I'm going to put a little one in here, like there. A little bit over, like there. I reckon that'll do. So we've got a fourth one, like that. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, I want to make sure I've got enough room for a word that I could put another. Should we put a little fifth one in, push the boat out? Come on then. Okay, fifth one. See how easy it is? I know. Piece of cake. Right, now, once we've done that, what we should have done is, it's all right, don't worry. We're gonna, I screwed it up, but we can circumvent this. If I'd done it with, oh, Barbara, see how I did these? I did this with pencil first, so I got the round bit there, but I didn't do that here. So what I should have done, right, I'm going to tell, so that you don't do it, you get it right. Okay, let me show you. If I show you this, then you'll get it right rather than what I've just done. I'm just going to work with what I've got. But let's say, for example, this is easy, this one. Mark II version. Let me show you this. If you take a bauble, right, like that, and then you go like that, right? So now you've got the circle, okay? Then you take the top bit out like that. Just take the top bit out there, okay? So when you get to this bit here, you go round like that and up like that, and that gives you that bit at the top where the hook bit is. Do you see? So that when you draw it in, it looks like that. I wish I'd done it properly. See, so that gives you that 3-dimensional effect. What I've done now is I can't do that because I've gone too far over. See, I can't. I've blown it. Ah, whatever. I'm not going to worry about it. But you can see how much better it will look. It looks 3-dimensional. But I'm not going to sweat the small stuff because there's so much more to sweat about than whether the baubles have got the a little bit on the top. However, that's because I'm cutting corners. When you do it, treat yourself to that little trick, okay? Right. It's only because I'm doing this already, like ready to go. Right, so we'll just pop these on. They get smaller as they get, as the bauble gets smaller, so do these bits. Right, so we do that, and then we'll give it a little curl like that. A little thing to hang, like that. Yeah, so we've got that. Don't worry about the, I'm not going to worry about that. You worry about that. Okay, so we've got that, we've done that. Right, next thing. Now we need to hang them. So let's go with the biggest one first. So I'm just going to use the side of the stencil. You could use a ruler, use what you fancy. That one's going to go up to that one. So I'm going to bring this one to here. Right, here we go. Excuse my head. So it's going to come to there. So I'm going to go from there to there. Stop. Under, it's gone behind. It's gone behind that, and then it stops there. That'll do. Nice. This one's going up to that one. See, if you haven't got the power of comparison, then you'll never know that I messed this up. Anyway, who's to say what's messed up and what's not messed up? I don't know. Right, now this one is going up to there. So I'm gonna hang it on that one there. There you go. That'll do. Got one here, needs hanging up. That needs a little ring. Cool. Go like that. And I think this one, I'm going to hang it to there, just cause. But it will make it straight, grey. Right. I enjoyed decorating my branch on Saturday afternoon, actually. I did. That's that one. See, it looks great, doesn't it? And now we're going to do this one to there, because otherwise it won't go. Look, this one doesn't go up there. So we're just going to go like that. And then we'll just bring that up to there. Sorted. All right, so I've got my things. And then at the ends of each of these, I think I'll make a little hook. Hook. That'll do. Don't overcook it. That's that one, that one, that one. And then a little hook there. Hook on the top, on the big one. That'll do. And then we put a little dot there because it's coming down. Sorted. Okay, and now we're cooking. What do we think? Have we nearly got it? Have we nearly got it? Yeah, I think this looks quite good, don't you? I'm not sure about this leaf. It looks as if it's had it. Let's make it into a, how about make it into a, what's it called? Mistletoe. There you go. Get that behind there. Mistletoe. Berries. Berries and cream. Right. Okay. So now we've done that. Oh, that'll do, donkey. Now the next thing we want to do is put the colour in the bed. I'm going to put the colour in the baubles. You good with that? Right, so now we need these again. And we're going to go, right, this is where you find the bauble. To get the right size, we need to mask it off a little bit. Can you see this all right? Yeah. Right, so we just mask off, stick it down, and then we're going to decide what colours we're going to use. I'm going to overdo it on colours. I'm not a big fan of very colourful trees. I like tone in tone. But it's entirely up to you. If you want to use loads of different coloured baubles, then you do you, boo. Okay? Just cover up the baubles that you don't need. A little bit of an isolation job. Now, interestingly, this is easier than these were. On this one, I had to cut out the bits to make that fit. I don't have to do that this time. Happy days. It's all right because I'm looking at it from underneath, you see. This is all about perspective. This one, I'm looking at it from, I'm a little child and I'm looking up at the big tree, and that's why I can't see the round bits. But it'd be interesting to see the difference, the comparison, huh? Now, let's have a look. Right, so what do I need now? I need ink pads. So I've got to decide on colours. I'm going to go with festive berries. Berries? I need that one. I'm going to go spice marmalade. And then to tone it down so that it's not too in my face, I'm going to go with antique linen. Right, that one will tone it down. Then I need a makeup sponge or a spot-on sponge. Yeah. Got a bit of thing to test it. Got that. This is going to be a nice one. Right, a couple of sponges, actually. Let's have a look. Okay. So I'm going to use festive berries on this one, and what's this one called? Antique linen. Nice. Antique linen. This is where we get light and shade. So the antique linen, going to go in here like that, and then I'm just going to bring that in like that. Bring this in off the side here. It's the light, okay? And then when I've done that side like so, then I'm going to go for the red one on this side. Get a bit of colour going. See, this is quite a dark one, isn't it? Let's get it going. Right. Load up the makeup, the masking tape, and then we'll start. So it's quite dark, this, but you can always add it. Thing about using the the sponge is that you can get a really good sort of sweep, like a graduated colour. See, so I keep coming in from the dark area, the dark side. It's like, and I'm going to bring a little bit in from the top as well, because this is my brightest bauble. Right, down I go again, bring in that colour from the side. I've got my mushroom made with my, there we go. And I'm just gonna, that'd be nice. So I've got a little bit of the lighter colour there, and I can go in as dark as I like down there, see? Right, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. That'd be nice. Okay, that'll do. So I've done that one, and we'll lift this off, and then we'll have a look. That works well. Right, bauble number 1. Okay, now I want to clean the stencil so that I don't move the, let me just take all this off. I can use this again, but I just want to make sure, I'll just move that out of the way. I want to clean that. So I'll just wipe that with on a piece of copy paper. Right, clean it, start again. Okay, next one. I'm going to go into that one there. So let's go with the same colour. Now I've got to find the right size. It's a bit, does that look tight? Have a look. No, I think that looks right. That one there. Okay, so let's take our masking tape again. Waste not, want not. So I'm going to use my masking tape, and I'll cover up this one next. So I've got my size in. How are you doing? Got plenty of friends in the room with us anyway, hey? Just maybe you want to use clean masking tape, or maybe you don't. Either way, just know that you run the risk of sweeping the red into the background. But there you go. C'est la vie. Right, I'm going to take my undercoat one first, because this one makes it lighter or darker. I'm going to use my best colour, antique linen. I like the little ones, but I have to say, this would be one I would get in large. I'm talking about the ink pads now. I would get that one in large, because I use it all the time. I'm just, right, here we go. So now I'm just going to sweep that through like so. Sweep, sweep, sweep. See, if you use these Distress Oxides, they're great for getting a really good, smooth, up we go again. Don't want it too much like this, the same as that one. So I'm going to add a bit more of the antique linen on this one. Otherwise they all look the same. There you go. See, tone it right down with the antique linen. That's better. Nice, nice, nice. Right, I've done that one. Lift. Clean. Okay, I think I've overcooked. I think I'm going to treat myself to some new masking tape, so I don't want to spoil it. I've already messed up the hanging bit. Right, pop that on there. Clean the stencil again. Right, next one. Don't take long, does it? I've done that one, that one, that one. I'm going to go up there now. I'm going to make this one. There it is. No, it's too big. Too big. Spot the too small. Of course, like burning the bolt. I know what you could do if you don't say it, right? But what you could do is put a little mark. But half the fun, this is like, what do I think? No, I will find it. That'll do. Perfect, I reckon. Looks a bit big, but that'll do. Right. How are we doing? 10 to 10? Are we enjoying this? What do you think? Got my wrong glasses on as well. That doesn't help. See, that doesn't fit. You know when you know? Oh, that looks better. That'll do. Right. So we're going to just do this. Is it nearly 10? It's 10 to 11. Got 10 minutes. I'm not going to rush it, but I think we should at least be able to finish this, don't you? Yeah, come on. What else are you going to do on a Monday morning? Right. Back on this one. That one. Antique linen. Yeah. But then I'm going over it with the red. Let's have a look. On that side. That's quite nice. See, and the thing is, because I'm doing this first, that will give me a chance to colour in the... Yeah, I don't want to put too much on. If I put a little tiny bit of that colour. You could always go in with the pencils as well, couldn't you? Just a little bit of shadow on there, like that. There you go. That'll do. Sweep that through. Got a bit of depth. See what we've got. Cool. Nearly. Where's the next one? Now, I'll tell you what, Lillian. If you're doing this, pet, by the time you get to that bauble, you won't even remember what you're panicking about. I can't remember what I was losing my wig about. I really was flipping a wig at 4 o'clock this morning. And I can't even tell you what it was about. And isn't that a good thing? There you go. Nice. You know, I think that's the benefit of being a crafter. I do think so. And also, we've talked about this before, and I know that, you know, I'm looking here, we've got over 130 people, 135 people are in the room with us this morning. I'm pretty sure that 135 people aren't, that's not quite there, Barbara Gray, aren't doing baubles with me, right? I know that, I understand. But, right, if the job's worth doing, Gray, do it properly. That's not the right size, is it? The whole point of the SHAC is to keep each other company. And I'm keeping, that's better. I bet it's the same one I just had. I'm keeping you entertained, right? Giving you something to do. Because I tell you what I know, and I know this, I just know this, right? There are people in our community, in our SHAC community as well, that really enjoy the banter, enjoy the company. It's the highlight of their day, you know. I know that. I know that, you know, loneliness is a thing, and it's nothing to be embarrassed about. It's a thing. And you can't put a value on community like this, you know. I'm going to go with an orange one now. I think I'll put a little bit of orange in there. This might be a little bit bright, friends, but we'll give it a go. Right, a bit of orange. Just changes the tone a little bit without actually completely, you know, I'm not putting a bright blue one in, am I? So we just put a little bit of yellow in there like that. It's a bit brighter than the peachy colours that we've been using, okay? So to me, the fact that we get together and we do this, right? You know, people always say, oh, thank you so much. It's like, this helps me every bit as much as it helps you. That I can promise you. Now I'm going to put a little bit of that boring colour. What's it called? Antique linen. Put a little bit of antique linen around that side. But it's definitely a bit redder, a bit orangier, isn't it? So then I'm going to take a bit of red and see where I'm starting. I'm quite a long way off. I'm just going to add that little shadow around there just to give it that kind of round thing. See if that worked. See, you can always go back and add a bit more. There, doesn't that look good? One more. Got one more to do. I know, nearly there. I reckon, I don't know about you, but I'm down for finishing this. If it takes a little bit longer, are you cool with that? That'll work. If it takes a little bit longer than 11 o'clock, it won't take much longer. Let's have a look. I mean, it's not like we've got to put money in the meter. If we can. And just make sure that that's the right size. Excuse my head. So you've got to isolate the area that you're going to ink up. There we are. Isolate. Isolation. Yeah, see, Christmas is one of those times of year as well where yeah, I know. You miss people. What colour should we do this one? Red. You miss people that aren't with you anymore. That's sad. You know, things aren't like they used to be. Nothing stays the same. So if we can have an hour together drawing baubles and trees, then why wouldn't we, eh? That's what I think. And it helps me every much as it helps. Every bit as much. Missed a word out there. It helps me every bit as much as it helps anybody else, if not more. I know that too. Yeah, because it gives me focus. It gives me something to... It means I've got to park my whinge. Because I can't in good conscience come on here and go, oh, this is not working, that's not working, and this is hard. It's not really what you signed up for, is it? Oh, looky. Isn't that lovely? Isn't that nice? There you go. Do us a favour, buy this stencil. I'm joking. Listen, it's good, but all you got to do is open your purse and get your pennies out. I mean, I don't know, or your little coins, draw around them. I will say, though, that it's easier to draw on the inside than on the outside. Always is. Really makes a difference. So this is what I'm calling the new bauble stencil, okay? Right, let's have a look. Ta-da! Love. Now, let me put my lids on all these ink pads. What colours do you think you want to decorate? What colours are you making your baubles for your homework? Go on, give us a clue. And then I'm going in for my winter green. I'm going in for a nice... Is that a bit dark? No, it's very fern green, isn't it? That's it. So what I'm going to do now is add a bit of fern green. Let's play the trick again with the trick with the leaves. Ready? Light, dark. One day you will know this. Light, dark. So that's dark, light, dark. Right, so now that's like that and that's like that. So we get a bit of a shadow going. Okay, so that's dark, and then we can always blend it in a minute. Let's just get the colours in first. I'm going to lean on that, so I'm not leaning on my artwork like that. Right, here we go. Do that one as well. Get that done. So you've got to get rid of the pencil lines before you do this, because if you rub out the pencil lines afterwards, well, you're going to rub out the green as well, which is mildly frustrating. Right. So we just get the green in there like that. A little bit of green. We can always blend it afterwards. Don't need loads. I went a little bit too heavy on mine the first time. I'm not so keen. Right. Let's get a little bit in there, a little bit in there. Just leave a bit of light somewhere. Light, dark, light, dark. So you can put the light in there, light, depth in there. After a while, it looks almost black. Nice. That'll work. Okay. So once we've got our leaves pretty much done, don't want to rush it though, do we? Then I think, wait a minute. Oh, red for baubles. I'm going to put some berries. Where's my red one for my berries? That's in the autumn one. autumn red. Nice. Summer idol. So let's have a look. I'm just going to sharpen my red berry colour. Okay. Won't take long now. We're minutes away from completion, friends. That'll do. Aren't we? I'd rather finish it than say, oh, I'll come back next week and we'll do. Right, so let's have a look. So when you do the berries, you just leave that little white bit. Oh, don't press too hard, Gray. They're white berries, maybe. Oh, let's just make them red so they pop a bit. I know. Artistic license. And what are your plans this week? This afternoon, we've got Janice in the building, so don't forget to come and watch her. She's fun, uplifting, and creative. So we've got Janice coming down to show off her lovely new stamps. They're really nice. I love the new ones. Right. I'm just going to put some of that. I'm just using a grey now, just to add grey to the just lines. Could be silver. I could use a metallic one. Maybe I'll put metallic over the top. Yeah, and then tomorrow we've got Groovy Tuesday, although no, it should be fine. Maybe Paul, if Louise is still poorly, then maybe Paul will do the honours. Right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've done that. And I'm going to maybe see what happens if I go over with the silver, whether it works or not. But you can see what I'm doing is I'm just leaving a little bit of the white, just so it looks like the light's hitting it. That's okay. Right, next thing. So we've got what I want to do now is just take I can take a blending pen, and I'm just going to go through that's it. We'll just get that, smooth out that colour a little bit. That's it. In the leaves. So it's a little bit smoother, like see, and all the time we're doing this, the ink is drying on the baubles. And you'll see in a minute, because it needs to be dry, otherwise the white Posca pen won't do its job. Let's do that. Nice. Okay, that's that working. Right, where's that green pencil? This is easy as well. So what we're going to do now is just flick, flick, flick. Go back over the black and just flick through with the green. Just makes it a little bit softer. Okay, let's do that. Couple of tricks left. How are you doing? You still there with me? Come on. Project completion, friends. Nothing's that important. I tell you what, the shops are absolutely mental at the moment. Not that I've been to any. Dave keeps going out foraging when we run out of milk or butter or bread. And then he comes and he goes, bloody mental out there. So yeah, I know. That's why you go and I don't. I'm a lot more of an introvert than people think I am. I've had this conversation before, haven't we? I don't like crowds. Don't like busy places. I know. I much prefer quiet, silence. Yeah. And the older I get, not the worse, because I don't think that's a bad thing, the more I crave a bit of quietness and peace. Eh? You the same? I struggle with big crowds. And we've got a lot of stuff going on at the moment in Crowborough. And, you know, I am not going near those protest marches. I can't think of a worse reason or thing to join in on. It's embarrassing. Right, there you go. See, so then if you wanted to, you could also put a little bit of green down the branch, because the branches aren't strictly, oh, missed a bit. Let's go down there like that. Try and stay on the branch, Barbara. There you go. Keep your eyes on the road ahead, as I always say. There you go. Nice, eh? It's working. See, it just softens that black line, doesn't it? That looks better. That looks better. Right. Last thing to do. 2 more things. You ready for it? Right. I mean, yeah, we've still got loads of people in the room. 2 more things, 3 more things to do. 1, I've got to put an edge around the ledge. Check it out, right? Edge around the ledge so that we're actually finishing the card. Then I've got to put the white in. Then I'm putting the stamp in. And the reason I'm doing in that order is if I put the white in and then brush over, I might smear it. If I put the black in and then brush over, I might smear it. So first things first, outline first. Brushes. What brush? Let's go to, well, it must have been here. I'm using a peachy colour. I think that would look nice. And I'm just going to pan out a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. That's it. And we're going to pop the brushes in. Now, I've got choices. Do I want to, I would definitely want that edge there. Do I want a line down the bottom? Do I want a line here? This is my choice now. See, so I can decide. That's quite close to there. See, that might look better if it were further out. Do you see what I'm doing? Or I've got choices, haven't I? So I can trim it up afterwards. So that's there. See, this one's quite close to that edge. Do I want it to be that close? Because if I don't, now's my chance to change it. This is a moving feast. See, so I can pop that down like so. Then I can take this one and I can move it over a little bit. Just a bit, not loads, but listen. See, straight away, that spreads it out a little bit, doesn't it? Right, so done that, got that. Now I'm just going to add this colour. So what am I using? Well, you tell me. I definitely used this one, and I probably used a bit of red as well to get the colour going. Right, so I put a bit of red on there. That's very bright. Put a bit of that colour on there. Peachy. Peachy. Right, so we'll go down there. I'm going to stick with the boring colour. I keep calling it boring, but it's actually excellent. Antique linen. See, so what you do is get in the red and then add a bit of the, I know, you say, well, what are you going to contaminate? Well, only until, that's it. See, so you go around like that. Now, do I want to add a bit more? I'm going to go more of that antique linen colour. I'm coming round now. That'll do. See, the darker I go in the background now of this, let's just have a little bit round here, just to give it a bit of something. Let's have a look. See, the darker I do this, the more I can put maybe white snow in if I wanted to. But you don't have to. You know, let's have a look. Let's just have a look. Oh, yeah, that looks good. Right? And we'll take that away. I'm happy with that. The idea is you take it away, and if you want to add more, put it back down again. But I think this is actually peach. And what I've done is I've just come around the top like that. Look, doesn't that look good? Just like that. Okay. So I'm giving myself a bit of a border. Looking good. I think we've done that. And I've managed not to splosh it. So I've done that and that. 2 more things to do. And that will be, and then I would say that we've had a marvellous Monday morning. White Posca pen. Still with me, Paul? White Posca pen and the stamp. Black archival ink pad. I know, in the shack, we're not supposed to have all this gear, but you know what? Sometimes you need it. Season's greetings. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, folks. Right, I'm going to use the Merry Christmas. I love these stamps. Watch this space, because I know that Jazz and we've worked on a whole set of these, of this font. They're absolutely brilliant. I just need a mount. I'm going to pop that in there. Right. Stands to stamp. I'm going to ink that up. Let's check it first. Hey, nearly. Okay. And then I'm going to go really quiet when I do this. Perfect. That's going to be the last thing I do, though, because I think I'm going to do the Posca pen next. So lid on there, and then we'll do the stamp last. Right, you ready? Posca pen. The idea with the white Posca pen is to make these little, like the lights hitting it. A little bit of snow, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Right, ready? Let's have a look. And what we're going to do is make like a little triangle. So let's have a look on here. So you pretend it's like that, and then you colour it in, okay? And that's going to be here, like so. So for example, here, it won't work quite so well because I didn't do the trick with the, so you won't get the optical illusion of 3D because I didn't do the thing with that little metal thing, but that's okay. This will work. This is good enough. Right, like that. See, a little triangle, a couple of dots. Then we'll probably put another one over here where the light's hitting there, like that. Let that layer dry. We could always do another layer afterwards. In fact, I'm going to bring it in like that because of the way that I didn't do what I said I was going to do. Even if you think you can't see it, just bring it in anyway, even on the light colour, because you can. Bit of white reflection. Perfect. Here we go. Another bit of white light hitting that bauble and on that side as well. Look how nice that looks. Piece of cake. Right, in we go again. And there as well on that side. Just bring in that triangle there. The light's coming from this side. Okay, so it's just going to hit the top of that bauble. And this one as well. So put your triangle in, fill it in. Fill it in. And then another little flash of reflection on that side. Makes them look glossy. See? Just bring that up like so. Can always add a few more little dots. Doesn't always have to be perfect because it isn't, is it? There, like that. Just a little flash of... When it's dry, you can go in again and it will be whiter. Just if the ink wasn't quite dry. Because I did lather it up, didn't I? We did put quite a lot of ink on the baubles. Right, that looks nice, doesn't it? And then if you wanted to, you could add a couple of little dots on the green where it's dark. That looks super. It's just nice. And if your berries didn't quite, the white didn't quite pop on the berries, you can always reintroduce it. That's not a problem. You can add a bit of snow. Here we go, look. Just add a bit of, if it's dark, looks really nice. So we've done that. We've done the white. And then the very last thing to do, of course, is the words, isn't it? And like I said, you know, when this is... That look good. Right, words next. And always say to yourself, when you do this, right, just in case it doesn't come out as well as you'd like it to. Stamping is an art, and it doesn't always work beautifully, but always know that you can stamp it onto a piece of card and add it. Always, always, always. I find it takes the pressure off me if I say to myself, if it doesn't stamp out perfectly, I can always put a little sticker over the top, like a handmade, just stamp it out again and cover it up. And what I find is when I say that to myself, oh no, it's good. When I say that to myself, it takes the pressure off me, and then usually I stamp it really well. It's just a little, always on the TV, when I've done TV, when I was used to be on telly, I would always say to myself, don't worry if it doesn't work out. It's only a bit of card. And also, you can, they always say, oh, you always put a butterfly on it. Well, you struggle to put a butterfly on this, it would look ridiculous. But you can always make a cover-up job. Come on, we're crafters, we know that. So there you go. That's the one we did. That's the one I did earlier. And that's the one that I just need to trim up, and it's done. Doesn't that look good? Eh? And interestingly, you see, if you didn't know that, you'd say that's fine. But doesn't it look better when you take out that top edge and give it a bit of dimension? Just, I'm going to come in a little bit closer so that you see the dimension on that one. See what I've done there? Remember I said at the beginning? And then on this one, I forgot to do it. Does look different, doesn't it? I know which one I prefer. So don't forget, 2 o'clock today, Janice is going to be in the building with Paul. I've got a meeting with Jazz. We're designing stuff for January. Jazz January, that's my afternoon. Tomorrow, the SHAC at 10 o'clock. And then, of course, at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we're not sure what we're doing yet, but we'll definitely be here to keep you company at 2 o'clock. And then on Friday, I'm going to be here at 10 o'clock in the morning, and I'm going to have a play with those stamps that I launched yesterday in the afternoon. Celeste, Evelyn, and Alice. Okay, so we'll take a little look at that, and maybe a couple of other little things. And then Paul, in the meantime, maybe Paul, I'm not sure what time you're I know you're on Hobby Maker, aren't you, Paul? I know that Paul's on Hobby Maker in the afternoon. I'm just not sure what time. It will probably be waiting for him to tell me. He's probably left the building now. He's going to tell me now, and then I'll tell you. It's 20 past. I'm sorry that I went over my hour, or we went over our hour, but you understand. 1 o'clock and 5 o'clock, Paul says. There you go, 1 o'clock and 5 o'clock. And I would love it if you could make some beautiful festive baubles. And they're plain, they're not decorated. And if you either keep going with the trees, add baubles to the mix, and then next Monday at 10 o'clock in the morning, do us a favor. We're going to come back in and we'll make a mini make. And we'll take our mini make and maybe we'll make a small bauble one. Yeah? Because it's easy to do it large. Let's see if we can make it small. All right? Lots of love. Thanks, Paul, for your help. And thank you for joining me. I feel so much happier now than I did a few hours ago. Thank you. Bye-bye now.